Population plus population improved over total population. There's a formula for the total population.
All right. So let's proceed and actually create a measure for the total population. Then we will fill in the blanks here at the end. So we are at water source, or we are at still project progress. Right, a measure for the project progress. Are we creating the measure in this table, project progress, or in water source?
I think in water source.
Correct. Yeah, it's been working perfectly. Now that I've started presenting, I think I started see issues all of a sudden. Wow. All right. Water source. So let's create that measure in this table. Okay, so we are calculating the total population. So this DAX is anyone who has an idea how we're going to fill in this blank as we explain further. So it says we calculate, we need to calculate a column here in the water source table, and probably this is just an explanation sum of people. So what will this black be? Sum, isn't it? Is it sum?
Yes.
Yes, right. Accept. Okay, and accept. So what we're doing here probably is we're trying to filter out for all other. We're trying to actually remove all other filters for project progress table except for the towns. So here this blank will also be town in this. Yeah, this keeps only town as a filter. So what are we missing?
Number of people.
So let's create this measure. Do we need to explain this or everybody gets it so that we can proceed? So basically what this thing does is it calculates the total population served by water sources, in this case, SAM gives us, and within now each specific town. So that's why for all except town just specifies within each town. All right. And this is being extraordinarily slow. I don't know why it's this way. Anyone who has an idea what I should do? Maybe if they've experienced such issues and they know how to go about it. Normally what I do is I close it and then I open again. So I don't know if that's what I should do, or we should just be patient with it. All right, that measure is created. So fill in the blanks to calculate the total population. So let's confirm whether we get this population. So we can proceed. The person was reading for this paragraph and then confirm these values.
You should get 28 million people for the population of Majindogo and 3 million for the population of Kilimani. Okay. Make sure it updates correctly. Do you see the total population calculation works just like the total improvements one did, but we just aggregate using a different method?
All right. Let's see what you've done is correct, if it's correct. Okay, we've created the measure, and the name of the measure was this number of, note that it was number of people served. Was it this one? Total population. Yeah.
Total population.
Thank you. Yeah, total population. Yeah, so it's correct. So we are 28 million. So if you want to confirm for Kilimani, for instance, let's see, it gives us 3 million. Wow. Yep, Kilimani is 3 million. Check Hawassa is 2 million. All right, so we proceed. I think that's fine. But okay, continue.
Now we calculate population with basic access.
Before we continue, kindly copy the DAX of the chat, please.
All right. Right. Okay.
Now we calculate the population with basic access. Last time we used a column to classify the sources as basic or not, then added the rows. Since our dashboard is slowing down, let us use some DAX magic to put it into measure all in one go. This way, Power BI doesn't have to store all of those strings in the table, so it calculates faster and takes up less space. Since we did it last time, I'll give you all of the code you need to do it.
Okay, great. So here is the code. I think we should create a measure that's called population with basic access. So it says last time we used a column. We created a new column. I think that column they're talking about is this, right? This column says basic. That's the column. Yeah, this is there. Yeah, I think this is basic code access. I think this is the one we created last time. And these are the 3 conditions for basic access. So in this case right now, we want to create a DAX as a measure. which saves a lot of space, and we have the code. We will actually get into this code and maybe define it once we create our measure. Right. So, okay. Can we have do you have someone to actually take us through this actually DAX formula or this code and explain what it actually means, and then we, so at least we make it more engaging and we all understand what it means. Right? Someone to take a lead in explaining this.
Can you paste it in the chat box?
Yes, I will in a minute. So that I just want to have this comment as well.
So, Abdul Kadir, just a question. Huh?
Okay.
Why is it that we are having those errors and yet those are just comments?
I think it's the comment actually making it have errors, right? Because I've copied everything. Okay, that's why. Normally you can have the comments or leave it as long as you comment it. But now I don't understand why you still have it. But
and then this population with basic access is can we remove that so that we remain with only population?
Yes.
Yeah, that first.
Yes, that's right. It looks clean right now. Yeah, we can take someone to actually take us through this before we proceed.
So what have you done to make it like that?
Yeah, I made it like a comment. So basically, it was having this space. You just remove the space and make it comment. It's like two spaces.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, last time when we created basic water, that table, we defined basic water access by 3 conditions, and now it's the same conditions, but we have created DAX for that. So this calculates. It basically calculates the population, or it ensures that the population with basic access includes those served by clean well, tapping homes, like those served by tapping home, and then those served by actually short queue time of when there's a shared tap. So that's basically what this whole entails. I don't think there's much complications. But I'm understanding. Hello.
Can I also try to explain the code?
Yes, you can, sure.
Okay. I think first of all, we know what the population with basic access means, which is the name, of the column that we are creating, or if it's a measure, I'm not sure yet at this time. Then the calculate function is used to evaluate the expression that is in the context, especially when it comes to filters. Then the next thing is sum water source number of people served. This is to calculate the sum of the number of people served in the water source table. While the filter function there's filter all water source. The function is used to filter the water source table based on the conditions that was provided. The or there checks if any of these conditions are true. Then also checks, first of all, it first checks if the well and the population results are clean, as is stated here, right? Checks if the well, is it well? No, it checks if it is a well and the population results are clean, and it also checks again if it is tapping homes. Then, of course, the AND function there checks if all the conditions inside are true. So, first of all, it will check if the well and the population results are clean. Then it will also now check if it is tapping homes. And of course, we have an additional AND here that checks if it is shared taps, and also check if its average time in queue is less than 30. So in all this, I think the formula calculates the sum of the number of people served in the water source table, but considers specific situations for different types of water sources. For instance, the well must be clean, it must be in tapping homes, and also for shared taps. So that's what I just think it is. I don't know if I'm correct.
Yes, I feel like you have covered, you've actually mentioned that the only place I think I see like maybe I've not explained is all actually, it's just, it removes all existing filters in the water source table. And so once we have that, then OR is actually where now this first OR probably gives us conditions within this water source table, and these are the conditions, nested conditions. For example, for the well, we're looking at well, we're looking at another condition is tapping home, and then the shared. Then from there, now we go another OR, and then AND, which actually now we get into the well. When it's a well, it must be clean too. So for the AND, this checks for all checks for multiple conditions, right? So these are the multiple three conditions, and then we get into that. So we have AND now when we say AND, when the well is clean, so when we have a well as a source, then that well must be clean. So to show that, so the type of source in the water wells, in the water source table, if it's clean, that's the condition. And then related, now this is basically the related. Still, we're talking about wells. So the related column, results column in the pollution table also has to be clean. So this only checks for wells. Then a water source table, water source type of water source column in the water source table also checks in for if the source is tapping home. And then the last and considers the last condition, which is actually the queue time has to be short, basically less than 30, when the start source is shared tap. So that's basically what this one does. I mean, in a general way, what it does, it ensures that the population with basic access includes those served by clean wells, tapping homes, and also short queue time shared taps with additional condition for the well. I mean, we said clean well. So I think that is in general what it explains. And I think it makes sense because we have covered this, we have created this as a table initially. So those conditions were defined for basic access. So this gives us that population. All right. Is that okay? Can we proceed from that?
Yes, we can.
Yeah, great.
Sorry, Ahmed, how did you get to clean the comments?
Comment. Yes, initially it had, I think, 2 hyphens, and then it has a space, isn't it? So just maybe use backspace to delete those 2. Again, just create 2 slashes, these 2 hyphens, and then to be all right.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, right, you can proceed.
Abdi, may you copy the formulas
This,
that you've cleaned up here?
right. All right, hopefully it's copied everything. Huh?
No, I don't think he copied everything.
Oh, yeah, I could see. I think we can't paste everything. I think it won't paste everything.
You can copy the remaining part and paste it.
The remaining
I think
part,
whoever is transferring to the sheets will just fix, like join them together.
okay. So I'll just begin from line 14.
Yeah.
All right, let's continue reading that.
Much more complex than last time, right? But this is a bit more efficient. Power BI does tend to slow down as a project progresses, so we need to clean up now and again. And this measure avoids creating a column full of data. Here, we basically calculate the sum of people who use sources that fulfill the conditions of basic water. Next up, we need to calculate the number of people who now have basic access. Since their source is improved, how do we calculate it? The worst thing is how nested the conditions become.
Okay, I think you may proceed.
Calculate the number of people who will have access to basic water once the water source is improved as population now basic access. Make sure that the column you use to filter with will accurately show if a source is improved or not. You should get 10,760 people who now have access to basic water, excluding everyone who already had basic access. So we calculate that.
Yeah, I think we should try and get this, what this means here. So now, initially we had a formula here, right? So we wanted to get, what was it? There was a formula we were given here. So we had this formula, basic water access. So we calculated this and we calculated this. So I think right now we're doing the population improved. To get to that point, they've given us this, calculate the number of people who will have access to basic water once the water source is improved as. So once water is improved, so as a population now basic access. Great, right? Interesting. Okay, so this is another measure, isn't it? So as it loads, anyone who has an idea what this actually measure will calculate the output of this measure? What do they want basically for us to calculate? They want us to calculate the number of people who will be will have access to basic water once the water source is improved. So once the water source is improved, so what indicator gives us, or what column can give us an indicator that the water source is improved?
Abdi, I think I can try.
Okay.
The question is telling us to calculate the number of people
Okay.
who, when so far the projects that have been completed. So how many people have improved? Rather, how many people what's this word, have qualified or have improved from below access to basic access, right? So now we are trying to get the population now that is basic access that was not before. So we need to calculate maybe the sum.
Okay. Sum.
And we are counting the number of people.
Yeah, in the water source table.
Yeah.
Yeah, that gives us the population. So how do you, what column do you use to filter?
We are counting the number of people.
Not basic water access, right? I know why it shows that of people subbed.
Yes, then now we want to filter
Okay.
the water source.
Okay. Water source.
Yeah, the water source table
Okay.
is the one that has the number of people. Then we are filtering according to the project progress, source status. So after rating water source,
Okay.
water source,
Sorry. Yeah, water source.
yeah, just
what
water
did-
source.
Just water source. Okay.
Then related,
Related.
yeah. Project progress,
Showing project progress. Okay.
source status to be equal to complete.
Okay. Project progress like this. Source status.
Yeah, I don't know why it's not bringing those suggestions.
Yeah.
What if you remove the water source and
Yes.
just put related?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because already.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still.
Still, let me remove that comma here. I think it will still not give us. In this case,
Let me send it on the charts. Just try and
paste.
yeah, and see if it will work.
Yeah, okay. As you paste, you can also type project progress. Then we can filter out based on date of completion. Then see if this is going to work as well. It doesn't have an error. Come back to this. Have you pasted? Yes.
Yes.
I'm gonna paste that as well. I don't see it yet. Yes. Okay. Do you mind like
Andy, are you in a position to enlarge your screen?
this one? Okay, this way. Is it okay?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. Maybe explain this.
Okay. We are trying to get the number of people who have benefited from the completed improvements. So that's why we are filtering. We are filtering water source based on the source status where the project is complete, so that we can find out how many of those people have benefited after the
improvement.
After the project has been completed.
Completed. Okay. All right. Anyone else who has something to add on, or we proceed? All right. Yeah. Thank you. So this query makes sense, as she said. If you look at this function, this says sum. This calculates the number of people sub in water source table. We filter based on the water source table, and based on we are filtering this table based on the source status column in the project progress that is related to this where the project is complete. That's how we interpret this query. And based on the explanation here, we have the explanation. I think it says the number of people who will have access to basic water once the source is improved. Yes, the source is improved when the project is complete, and that's why we are using this LUX here. It makes 100% logical. It's logic. So there's another way I was thinking. Probably if we filter based on the date completed, and we remove date of completion, we remove the blanks. Would that work? It's saying is like going to that table, and let me see if that would work in that way as well. Go to project progress, right?
Sorry, I just wanted to ask,
Okay.
are we not supposed to put like an all function, like immediately after the filter function, so that it will eliminate existing
Filters.
existing filters already made, to that table. It can clear it before it does its own filtering.
Okay, what's the difference if we use only water source, and if we use filter all water source?
If we use only filter,
Okay.
it will just apply the filter we are hoping it to achieve, which is we are hoping that it looks at the water source table and the project progress table, how they are related, and look for where the source status is complete, right?
Yeah.
So if there was an existing filter, maybe from the DAX function we wrote earlier, it will still, that filter will still be implemented, even though it's not written in this one. So
Okay.
what that all function does is like it clears up existing filters before it applies this new one.
Okay. So anyone else who has a same view or different view? Should we add all, or we continue with this way? Because I think Ryan has explained. Because if we use filter all, it means it removes all filters that are in the water source, isn't it? Table.
Yes, sir. But if there's no filters there, they will both get the same result, though.
The same result. All right, then let's say if it doesn't make a difference, I think we should just go on with this, right? Yeah, because I was also thinking like logically, if we filter based on the rate of completion, what would happen? Would that also work? That's the question. Yeah, because it can work. You can also, the way I've opened a table, I think here, and then project progress, and the way we did the other day, and then if you filter based on the rate of completion, you remove the blanks, then that means you can easily get what you want, isn't it? You remain with only source data, and then the project that are actually have source data as complete. Correct? All right. Yeah. Let's continue. I think that makes sense. Is there anything we need to do to actually confirm that any number? Yes, I think we should. So you should get 10,760 people who have now access to basic water. This excludes everyone who already had basic access here. There's another way also you can write the query a very long way, but I don't want us to get to that point. Let's confirm that. Now, right? So population now basic access, it says 674. I think it was chosen that Kilimani. Yes, it's giving us 11,000.
Abdi?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to tell you.
Thank
what
you.
You're doing.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, we've learned something yesterday. Yeah, good. Yeah, it's correct, 10,760. And if you filter based on the way I've just said, I think using the date of completion and you remove the blanks, it will also give you the same value, 10,760. So both ways can work. Amazing. So we continue.
Calculate the number of people that will have access to basic water once all the improvements are complete, including those that had access already. Percentage population now basic access, and remember to format it to display a percentage. It should be 34% at the start. And if you select the town of Serowe in Hawassa, you should see 57% access. Basic access to water equals population with basic access plus population improved divided by the total population.
All right. Yes. So now we're supposed to get basically this basic access to water, isn't it? And then when we do this, probably this will automatically give us a percentage. And now we calculate the number of people that will have access to basic water once all improvements are complete, including those that had access already. Right. So basically, this equation, basic access to water is a percentage because of the way the equation is. We're using as percent population now access, isn't it, as a name? Then create that measure. I think once you have that, the rest is all right. You can just plug in the values you have. Right, someone to give us the deduct for that. Deducts for that. So we have percent population now basic access, which was defined as a population with basic access plus population improved. In this case, our population improved is the population now that can have an access to water, access. Then we have the student population as a measure as well. So first we use what column? Someone to volunteer. We're adding the population with basic access, the population with now basic access, and then before we do that, we divide, right? Divide function. And then we divide this with the that measure total. Total population, right? You've created this measure badly, but yeah, I'll rectify it right now. Is this okay, or do we need to change anything? Anyone else who has a different view, has anything to add to this? Is this okay? Am I correct?
Yes.
All right, thank you. I think the initial one was actually shared. I've shared that one. Okay. We continue. Do we need to confirm with that? I think I think that's fine. We don't have to confirm, or we don't need to confirm with anything because yeah, we have to confirm because it should be 34 at the start, and and if you select the town of Serowe in Hawassa, you should see 57% access. All right. All right, let's see the percent population now have an access. Is on the card, and it's supposed to have say 0.3%. This value is supposed to be percentage. Okay, and then it's supposed to have here it's supposed to be 2 or 0. The decimal place, the number of decimal places. All right, let's leave it as 2. Then, if it is 34%, probably it will have to be 0. Because it can't be 34 point something. We don't have 34 point something, so we'll have to leave it at 34. So we'll make it 0. It is supposed to be 34. Right. Right. Okay. Yeah. Here it says it's 34. That's fine. And then for Serowe, it's giving us 9,030%. I think it's not correct.
Abdi,
Yes.
there was a suggestion
Okay.
earlier on today on in the group
Okay.
that we should use the slicer.
The slicer.
Yes, then we put town name.
Okay. Not the slicer, or you mean the slicer or the card? Like to show, we're just trying
No,
to show.
instead of clicking the map,
Yeah.
now we'll
Click the
filter
slicer.
with the the slicer.
Because, but I think our slicer is not actually active as far as
Not that one. We add another one.
another one.
Yeah,
All right.
just for checking.
Okay.
But now the question is, why is the map not working? But if you add the slicer and select Serowe,
Okay.
it will give you the 57.
57. Okay. This is the slicer.
Then you add town.
Add
Town.
Town from project
Location.
progress, from location. Yeah. All right.
Then select
What was the town's, that name of the town?
Serowe.
Yeah. So, all right. Alternatively, yes, that's what you can do. Alternatively, what you can also do is the same way. Here you have in the map. On this map, you have it filtered out. In the location, we have town from project progress. So if we replace that with town from location, that will actually give us what we want in this one. So can even cancel this, I think, because this is 34. If we choose now Serowe from the map, it will give us 57. All right. It makes sense.
Yes. The issue is the town where you select the town from.
Yes, I selected the town names from the location to drag it into our map. So if you want to visualize with your map, that you can do. But the same way you have explained to visualize with the slicer, if you want to visualize with the map, you use the location name from the location. For the project progress, I think these town names, maybe someone else has a better way to explain. But I think the towns in the project progress, it will give us based on the other filters we had. Maybe I interrupted you. You can proceed. Someone was explaining. I think it was Ryan.
I'm not explaining. I was asking a question. But, could you try the slicer with town rather than town?
With the slicer, isn't it? I think. All right, great. Let's try the slicer with the town rather than the town name, rather than town name in the location. We add in town. All right. Yes, it won't make any difference. So what I think is when we actually loaded the other source data, if you look, there's a difference between this town and the town in the location name. Let me open another slicer and we compare the way what we have in these two slicers. That's the town and this is the town name, right? It's the same. Okay, I thought it was different.
So I think it depends with where it's putting its data, data.
Okay.
And then also the way they are is it linking? Something like that when it comes to the relationship between one table to another.
Yes. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, we may proceed. I think anyone else who has anything else to add on that. So maybe the best way to filter this one out, I think, by using the town name in the field. Well, for the maps, if you want to view it there, maybe you can use a slicer the way we did. Both ways would work for you. The reason as to why it is not accepting, it's not is because maybe we had filtered a lot about this project progress. Maybe that could be a reason, although that's not a proper way of explaining things here. But anyway, we can continue. Right.
Before you proceed,
Okay.
you can check the chart, kind.
The chart. Okay. On line 16-17, an expected expression on the DAX. Which one are you talking about? The initial one? This one? Or the first one? Could someone maybe I don't understand which DAX expression you're referring to. Presumably, she's referring to the
one with the population with basic access.
Basic access.
Yeah, for I think line 16-17.
Okay. The population with basic access. This one, right? Yeah, I think this is the longest, so probably this is the one. Yeah, line 16-17. We don't have an error here. I think maybe the DAX equation was very long, so we were not able to write everything on the chart. So we divided this into two. I think it got up to this point water source, and then I started from line 14. I'm not so sure what the question is. Do I need to again?
I think what Eve did Eve may have copied the whole from the formula.
Yes, that's the reason.
And
yeah, let me try to actually make it simple by actually taking this into two. So let me copy the first up to 11th line, then I copy from 11th to the rest maybe. Maybe that could help.
Abdikadir, can I say something?
Yes, sure.
I think maybe she has a problem because she needs to have that the water source average queue time. Does he have that under his water source? Like, is it a column under his water source table? The average queue time.
Yes. Could you confirm?
If you don't have the average queue time under your water source table, then it will not work because it's not under the water source table. So if he can check if he has it. If he has it, then maybe it's because of another problem. But if he doesn't have it, then he needs to calculate the average queue time to be under his water source table for it to work, because the problem is between line 16 and 17. Thank you.
All right. Yeah, you check whether you have that column for average queue time. All right. Okay, maybe you can confirm whether you found the solution so that we proceed, or we maybe can give us more context, and I will try to maybe come up with different solutions to that scenario. All right, let's proceed. All good, great, thank you.
Great. Now let's jump into costs. The main thing we need to know about our finances is how much we have spent so far and whether we have spent more than we wanted to. Our budget from last time is our target, and ideally, we want to spend less than the budget. The KPI visual is an excellent tool to visualize this, since it will track our progress over time. For this visual to work well, we need a date slicer so we can select data between some dates. Add a date slicer to the visual. I think we already did that.
Yes, yes. I think we did this last night, last session.
For this visual, we need to calculate two measures. I think we should now do the KPI visual, which calculates two measures: the running costs, cumulative cost, and the running budget, cumulative budget. These numbers should sum up all of the budgeted costs and the real costs up to a date, respectively. For example, if we paid vendors $100,000 on day 1 and $150,000 on day 2, the running cost is $250,000 on day 2. Okay.
All right. Yeah, so for this visual, we need to calculate two measures: the running cost, that is the cumulative cost, and the running budget, which is the cumulative budget. And these numbers should sum up all of the budgeted costs and the real costs up to a date, respectively. For example, if we paid vendors $100,000 on day 1 and $150,000 on day 2, the running cost is $250,000 on day 2. Yes. Anyone who can elaborate this statement if it's not unclear? So here it says, from what I'm trying to comprehend, it says these two measures, we have the running cost and then we have the running budget. Okay, so these numbers should sum up all of the budgeted costs and the real costs up to date. So basically, it is like saying you have budgeted something for a project, and for example, let's say you are trying to construct a road, and average the budget for that was known, but now there is actually the overheads that you have not actually maybe accounted for, and as the project progresses, you find that your budget are adding up. Now you are hitting up the real costs you're incurring, and then you want to keep track of what you actually planned to actually dispatch this work, for instance, and the cost you're incurring, and see these overheads if they're not accounted for. So the cumulative, for example, here he said if we paid vendors $100,000 on day 1 And then as the project progresses, and then the two you've paid 150,000. So the running costs that you have actually at that point, the cumulative cost is going to be, the cumulative cost will be 250,000. That's adding the two. If there's anyone else who can explain in a better way, in a situation that actually Rhino was referring to, they are open to. If not, we may proceed to the second paragraph. Okay, continue, our reader.
Okay. Our calculation for cumulative budget should sum up. Because we are not creating that KPI.
Are we supposed to create a KPI at this? I think we have not. Are we supposed to create a KPI for that? Do we have these measures?
Also, we have, okay.
Yeah, we have to create those measures for us to actually create the KPI. I think so. Am I correct? The rest of the team.
Yes, you are.
Perfect. Okay.
Okay. Our calculation for cumulative budget should sum up all of the budget costs for projects with completion dates less than or equal to the current date. Blanks are going to be a pain when we compare dates, so we need to remove them in the darks. Try to create this measure on your own first. You should get a number of $128,450 for the first data we currently have. And then hapo chini, there is a formula on how she created her cumulative budget.
Okay. Do we have anyone who actually have an idea of how the DAX looks like? And then maybe you can refer to what she has done. Or we just copy that and then make sense out of what she did. Anyone with an idea how we get the cumulative budget? All right. So let's take this code here, this cumulative budget, and then we try and fill in these blanks and then try to discuss. So we're supposed to click under water source. Where are we supposed to take up this budget?
Water source.
Sorry? Is it project? I don't think I heard what you said.
I think it's project progress.
Project progress. Okay. I think, are people tired today or they don't feel like participating? Where is Nehemiah? All right. Right. Yeah. So someone to volunteer and tell us how to fill in these blanks. We are talking about the cumulative budget, and we have been told we're supposed to create this budget in this our table that is the project progress. So what will be the first blank here?
I can try the first blank.
Okay.
I think we are trying to get first the sum of the budgeted improvement
Budgeted improvement
in progress.
progress.
So ideally, this is the sum that we'll try and filter
Okay.
as we proceed.
All right. So we filter in all filters in project progress, and the same column.
I think so. I'm not sure. Mm,
What we're doing is correct here. I'm sure this is supposed to be not. All right. Okay. It's still not correct, I think, because of this.
remove those greater than and
Yeah. Thank you.
it's still not correct, or it's a comments.
This way.
Yes. It looks okay to me.
Anyone else was maybe was a different view?
On line 7, are we not supposed to use the date of completion column?
Where? On
Line
which line?
7. Line 7.
Yes, because we have null values in the date of completion.
Yeah.
Right.
But the problem is it won't show.
Because date of completion is supposed to have it here. We have the date of completion. All right.
What if you replace the all, then project progress, you replace it with date of completion and see if it can now reflect on the last line?
Okay.
Let's just try and see. No, it won't work.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's see if it works. Then we will try to come back to this DAX and formula and explain. Isn't it? If we go with this way, if it gives us the answer, then we'll actually try to explain and make sense out of this. Or unless someone else can add something to that. All right. So what value are we supposed to get? Is this 128,000 or this value?
The 131.
131.
I think that is the cumulative cost.
Yeah, this is the cumulative cost.
Oh, that's a cumulative.
Yeah. Yeah. Are we supposed to get this value for the cumulative budget?
Yeah,
Yes.
128, yes.
All right. Yeah. We are yet to confirm whether that DAX is correct. We will paste once we know it is the right one. Okay. Yep. $51.28 $4.50. Right. Okay, it's correct.
Abdi, can you please go back to your code? I need to check on something.
All right.
Paste it on the chat.
Okay, let's try to make sense out of this DAX formula because it gave us the right answer, right? Yeah, maybe someone to try and explain.
Abdi,
Yes,
what is it giving you as the result?
it's giving us $128,450.
Okay. Mine it's giving okay. In millions, in terms of millions, for 146.74 million. I don't know why.
Why is it giving you millions? You can maybe format your visual using this display unit and then take it choose none. Maybe that way you might change. If I change this to millions, gives me 0.1 million. So I think there's something wrong with your DAX. Let's have
okay, I just copy pasted yours and it gave that result. Yeah, actually it's that one.
Which one? 128.
146 million 7 million.
Yeah, I'm getting the same.
I'm not alone.
What? Wait.
I'm also getting the same.
Thank you. I'm not alone.
All right. So you guys were suffering on your silence. So you just wanted someone to break the ice for you. Okay. So I think for the person who actually gave us this DAX formula and I are getting the same answer at least.
What did you change?
I changed nothing. I actually just saved this measure, and maybe just as you look at yours, just maybe confirm everything is actually the same. Once you've confirmed, then
Okay, let me confirm just in about 2 minutes there.
2 minutes a lot.
2 minutes unabilia kelele wewe.
Abby, what if like in yours,
Yeah.
before you copy you paste it on the chart,
Yeah.
the point where you've changed, not there,
We have changed.
not there, because there's something I've done to mine and it's bringing almost the same, but I had to turn it back to thousands.
Yeah. Okay. Let me just get rid
You are
of this
doing
and then
settings.
let me just restart. Is that okay?
I'm saying, you see on the Power BI,
Yes.
when you go to the settings here after building the visuals,
Yeah.
there's that point where we turned to none.
Yes.
Yeah, there. What if you return it to the way it was before you could turn it back to none? And then, to auto and then share. I don't know even if that one will
Not to auto is not
have any change.
not much. It just in auto it just gives us a whole number basically. So on 28.45, yes, as a general format. So it was this way. Then I changed that to none. Okay. If you guys are having difficulty, let me just actually copy again that and then see if there's any. We actually I think fill some columns. Then maybe you guys can follow. That would be okay. We just restart that point.
There is no difference between our code and what you pasted.
Oh, really?
You see there, yeah. I'm just checked.
Victor,
Yes.
Victor,
Yes.
maybe check in your visualizations if you have any further filtering.
Victor, you can click on the slicer
Slicer, okay.
and date of completion.
Yeah, it has worked.
Has worked.
Yeah.
The rest, I think.
What have you done for it to work?
I've clicked the slicer.
Oh, the slicer. Okay.
Wait. As in where it was written 146 million, like you changed it to a slicer or something from a card, or?
No, I just clicked the slicer that we have for dates.
Yeah, the date of completion slicer.
Yeah, you just click on it.
Okay.
All right. And I changed the towns, so this basically had a bit of. It needs a bit of adjusting. Okay. All right.
Mine is not working.
Abdi, please do a practical of what they're saying for us to understand.
All right. So instead of using the card, you said we use slicer, right?
Not really. Just try and click the slicer. You see if the figures will change.
Okay.
That's date slicer.
This date slicer.
Yeah, below the map, yes.
Just try and click it so you see if the figure will change somehow.
And no, nothing's changing.
It will not, because he had already when Abdi was creating his visual, you'll find that he had already clicked on the slicer, and when you click on that slicer, you remember yesterday we were having this issue of 0% and blank.
Yes.
Yeah.
All here. That was the effect of now clicking the slicer. If you unclick, or I don't know, something like that, you'll find some figures down here.
Okay,
So
maybe Abdida, can you like click on the 128 for 50,000 and delete the cumulative budget, and can you repeat again to place it in the fields so that I see, because mine at the first place it was 128, and then when I removed it and brought it back, now I got the millions.
The millions, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know what happened with mine too. Okay.
Mine is still okay. Okay.
So a question, Abdi, is how do you unselect the slicer?
This one?
No, the slicer. You see that slicer, the way we clicked at it the first time, it brought this blank.
Yeah.
So if you unselect, it will give you figure. This blank should have some figure.
Yes.
So I'm wondering how we can unselect that, and then I'll like do it as do it afresh.
Okay. I'm trying, because I did it a few minutes ago. I'm trying to figure out why it's not working right now. Just what I clicked on. Still showing blank. All right, so maybe okay, it's basically just unselecting and removing the date of completion from that slicer. Maybe that works. Yeah.
Sorry, that you've done what?
I've removed date of completion. I've unselected the date of completion date of completion. You unselect, then you select. You actually again. So we had with this slicer, it gives you the field here, fields well. So I unselected this. When I unselected, then actually again selected. So that's maybe the manual way of doing it. With these other ways, yeah. And is it okay? Like, we just confirm if it worked.
But now it's giving the millions.
The millions.
Yeah, 146 for the cumulative budget.
Okay. Trying to get rid of that in a minute. All right. And because changes happened when I actually changed, I did something. I removed the town location and I use town from project progress, and then this value changed. So I was just trying to figure out why it has changed when I did that. And now it's not reflecting. Okay. Best way is actually to restart that and then see if it works. Unless there's a way, I think it's a common issue that I've actually we need to figure out why this value is changing. Use another card.
Maybe we need to filter somewhere in the DAX with the date of completion.
May I ask a question? So line 7.
Yeah.
Line 7, what was the thought process in implementing a filtering the blank on budget improvement cost column? How did we arrive at that? Because I think we were supposed to filter on date of completion.
Yeah, we tried doing that. We have not explained this DAX very well yet, but we tried doing that because the column, when we actually, let me just show you, it doesn't give us the option to actually choose from date of completion. We had that issue, and so we resorted with just using budgeted improvement cost. Then to see whether that actually works. If it works, then we wanted to come back to this DAX and probably make sense and try to see why, what's it saying. But now we have another issue of actually displaying this because it's giving us a different value than what we're supposed to get. So as long as it's giving us different value, it means the DAX is not correct. So we are just trying to figure. Initially, it gave us something the right output, but now it's not giving us that. So yeah, we will come back to maybe analyzing this after we figure out why our slicer our cards are changing from the right thing to now 146.74. Yeah.
So Ahmed, if you click the slicer, it doesn't change to 128.
No, it doesn't.
Mine does, but now the issue is the more sources to go will be blank.
Here.
Yes.
Yes. If you do the slicer, it will change the 146 to the correct figure. Yeah. But now more sources to go will be blank. Yeah, you see? I don't know what that means.
Here it says our cumulative cost budget should sum up all the budget costs for the project with completion dates that is less than or equal to the current date. That's why they're related. That's why when we change the slicer, this value is also changing.
And Coach, when we are clicking the slicer, what exactly are we changing? How have we changed it?
The slicer.
I actually believe that our DAX has something to do with date of completion. Okay. So just check the DAX again.
Right. Here.
At the project line 6, we have a project progress budget improvement cost, max, where the maximum should be. it's equal to the date of completion, and it is not blank. And the date of completion is not blank.
So we remove these
So,
blanks.
No. So I think our figures change because we have a slicer that is based on the date of completion. So I think it kind of activates. It now focuses only on the date of completion and not these other measures that we had used earlier. That's why we are getting blanks under percentage project complete and more sources to go, I think. It's like using a slicer to select a particular town. We will only have figures for that particular town. Or maybe province. So our slicer just selected the date of completion, and that is not related to percentage project complete and more sources to go. That's the best explanation I can give.
Can I ask a question? The date of completion, are they the same for all projects, or they vary?
They vary.
They vary.
Yes.
And did we remove the blanks from our filter, from the date of completion? Oh, it's not blank. Yeah, we did.
I have
In the DAX, I'll explain the DAX.
I have an idea which might be my madness. So we have so we had calculated the more sources to go. Can we use that to, because if a source is yet to be completed, then it means the date of completion is blank. Can we use that in our DAX? Just a question.
Okay, so you're suggesting we add line 8. So we continue with line 8. What do you suggest? I don't think I've actually understood clearly. Maybe.
That is why I say it might be my madness running wild. So line 7 is about filtering out the nulls, right?
Yes.
And we can't access date started from our project progress when filtering. So I have a question on, can we use the more sources to go measure in line 7 to filter out the nulls?
No.
I don't know how to implement it, but just a random. You can just move on.
Maybe it makes sense because more sources to go calculates the project that are actually not yet completed, right?
Excuse, I also have an idea on why there is a blank and 0%. I think when a project is already completed, it does not need to be budgeted for anymore. That's why it is giving you a 0%. You see, and the blank for more sources to go it means that it has already been completed, and the budget that was already set for is already used up. That's my idea. That's why you're getting 0% for the project complete and a blank for more sources to go. Because you cannot budget for something that is already completed. Because in the DAX, you're using the completion date, so it means it is supposed to be complete.
Yes, for more sources to go, we used a DAC that actually elaborates on backlogs on the uncompleted projects.
Yes, so if it is complete, you see you are using the date of completion. So if
Yes.
it is complete, there's no need to budget for anything else. That's why I think it is giving a blank and a 0% because these projects are supposed to be completed, the ones you have written the budget for. If I'm making any sense.
You are.
All right. So do we take that as the explanation as to why, or we still want to brainstorm? So let's choose, for example, let's go to rural Kilimani.
Abdi, I'm still not getting it because I thought more the visual is supposed to show us the budget and also the projects that have not been completed. So I'm not getting how this date of completion is affecting those improvements that have not been done yet. Why is it affecting the 20-something projects or water sources that have not yet been improved?
Yes, that's a good question. Personally, from the way I also understood initially, is that this cumulative budget, for instance, we have clicked on this province, isn't it? Hawassa. So what does this value mean? 6.3. This will be the amount cumulative budget for the project that has not been completed, isn't it? That's what I'm thinking. To finish that project, we will need this budget, and if that's the case, we should have more sources. This section to be displaying the sources to go. Yeah, because if the way he was explaining, if you say, for example, more sources to go, one of the reasons, one of the way we have actually defined more sources to go is the projects that are actually backlog. And unless we not understand, we don't have a clear understanding of what this budget is about. And that's why I was saying we need to analyze this DAX for us to get what we want.
Okay, Abdi, and I just want to understand, the first time we did it, even me when I did it the first time, I got the 128. And I had no blank on the more sources to go. And it is after we've tempered with the slides. Even me, when I went and clicked the slicer, is when my mind changed to millions. Then after there, it has refused to go back like completely. So I don't know if the problem is in the DAX or it's in the slicer. Because at the first place, it was working just okay. It was not tampering with anything until we started clicking the slicers.
All right. Okay. All right. So here, so the earliest date of completion, it says when I clicked on this, what I did right now, I can see I have a value. We need to understand. So, or what I can easily do, I can just get rid of this, and then I make this slicer again. We had date of completion in the slicer. Yeah, now it seems like we pretty much have everything. So when I clicked on this card, the slicer will show you the earliest date of completion. Maybe can someone comment on probably explain this? Or what I'm trying to think is that, so this slice is a filter for this date of completion. And the earliest, okay, that's nothing much. Okay, let me no, I got you. I was trying to think probably when we make a card out of this filter, the slicer, it gives us earliest date of completion, which I think even leads start from late 2022 to first 2023. So I don't think there is much things we can interpret from that. So here, let's try to make now a card for that for this cumulative cost, cumulative budget, still showing the same 146. I don't think there's a problem with our luck. It's just the way we're interpreting this, how these are related. That's what I'm thinking.
We should continue. Any new insight can be shared in the group.
All right. Yeah.
To calculate the cumulative cost, we can simply copy-paste the budget and change the columns to use the correct data. You'll get an amount of $131,914.91.
Okay. How do you get the cumulative cost? So we copy-paste the budget and change the columns to use. Anyone has an idea what you're supposed to do here?
Yes, I think I have an idea.
Okay.
So we have to write a DAX that is similar to the cumulative budget. Then we have to change the specific, like the table that we are using, like the measure. So create a new measure and call it cumulative cost.
Okay.
Then it will be is equals to. So cumulative cost is equals to, then calculate.
Okay, a minute. It's loading.
Or just copy the other one, then we replace.
Yep.
so that it's faster. Copy the one that was for budget.
Okay.
Or let me paste it for you in the chat. So that it's
Yes. Yeah, I am not sure why it's taking time before it loads the measure. Wow, it's taking time.
I'm sorry. Please, how did you get back to 128.45? I also get millions for my cumulative. My network went off, so I didn't see how you got it.
So you actually select your slicer and check the slicer from where you've actually chosen the date of completion, and then again check again, choose again the date of completion if it will work for you. What I did basically is I just deleted that slicer. I created another slicer and then chose or you can, if you have the slicer, that's basically I think the easiest way. Just get rid of that slicer, then create again another slicer, and then make this. It will give you still 146. Then you move the slicer. Then your more sources will become black. Or if you already have a value in your more sources to go, what you can do is just move the slicer. It will change to 128.45 the cumulative budget. I don't know why this thing is taking this long. Oh my goodness.
Okay, thank you. I'll try that. Thank you.
I think this thing has started lagging. I'm not sure why this is the first time problem that my machine is behaving this way. I thought the issue was Power BI, but now it seems like my machine is also having issues. Right. Let's create another measure. Right. Let's work with this. Then I'll actually get you to the other one. Let me paste that. Yeah, this one is the one you shared, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you mind taking us through, maybe?
So basically, I was looking at like they have asked the cumulative cost, like the cost of everything.
Yeah.
Not specifically like the ones that were the ones that like the first one that they said the budget like for the completion or something. This is the total cost for like everything. Like the cumulative is something like something is adding to another one. So like the budget of everything for the whole project. So I just changed, but the only difference with the other formula for the budget is when it comes to the, so you pick the project progress and then the cost so that it sums all the costs. Then when you come to filter, the only difference with the budget formula is that mine at all project process, I just worked with the date of completion everywhere. Because if I tried to place the cost, it was not picking it. So when I tried and it worked, it gave me 131,915.
All right. I think the screen of my machine is frozen, so I don't think I can toggle around to the I can't go to the other windows because I can see now the option I'm trying to escape, it's not working. This is a first time problem. I have not had this issue with my machine. I only thought it was Power BI. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that I can't do much. All right, so let's create that. If there's any other person who has with the mesh we created, I want to see it here. So we are filtering. We are trying to get the total cost in the project progress table, putting into factor that we're trying to filter out all filters in the date of completion column in the project progress table, where the date of completion is less than or equal to the maximum or the maximum date of. I don't really can't really give an explanation on this part of the DAX. If there's anyone else who's made a better position too. All right. So does it give us the right answer? The right when you check, does it give you the right what you're supposed to get?
Yes.
Okay. I think my background screen is frozen completely. Okay, I'll just try to maximize it from here. Yeah, so for that, let's try and see if we can verify that. Okay. Okay, make it first. Yeah, 131,914.91. That is what we have. So let's proceed because if we keep on actually waiting on explanation, if there's anyone else who has an idea of what we did, probably can guide us or help us.
So I think I don't have an idea, but I'm just looking at the cumulative budget. And you remember, like Lesedi had told us that we copy paste what we had used in cumulative budget and bring it down to cumulative cost and just change the requirements that are needed. Then there is one person who addressed that the note is blank. Project progress needs to pick the date of completion and not the budget the budget cost improvement. Because if we don't have the cumulative budget, then we'll not be able to create the KPI, and that is where we are heading to.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know if I'm not sure.
Mami, hebu reduce volume kidogo. Hi, let me ask. We are trying to calculate the cumulative budget.
Yes, we have already calculated the cumulative budget. Yes.
Oh, you've already calculated.
Yes.
Okay.
And now what we're doing is the cumulative cost.
The cumulative cost.
Yes.
The cumulative cost.
Okay.
You just use the same thing as the cumulative budget. You just change. You just change the sum. What is the sum? What is the sum of in the cumulative budget? What was I saying? In the cumulative budget, we use the budgeted improvement cost. So for the cumulative cost, we will use the cost itself.
Yes.
The improvement cost.
No, we are going to use the cost, not the improvement cost. The cost.
So as Abdi continues, so as not to waste time.
Yeah.
On the cumulative budget, the slides of thing didn't settle quite on me. So I've pasted code and I don't have to select a slicer in order to get 128. Actually, it's the cumulative cost code, but rather than using the cost in the first line, I used the budgeted improvement. So someone can try and give feedback if it works.
All right. So you used the DAX for the DAX we used for cumulative cost, and is this one you have actually pasted? This one. This one. Okay. But I think we used this, right?
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. This is the one that we used for cumulative. Yeah, it's this one that we used for cumulative. Let me see.
I think it is different. The last part.
What is trying to say? What is trying to say is for the cumulative budget, he now used the same like under our filters we have project progress, and instead of the budget improvement cost, he used date of completion, so that we don't get blanks when our slicer is active.
Yeah. This is what he's talking about, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but it's not actually letting us to use this because it's saying cannot find.
Cannot find.
It's not picking the date of completion. Yeah.
I think it should.
Mine is picking.
It should be picking the date of completion.
Yes, it has picked now.
Abdi, how did you fix it?
Yeah, actually, maybe I think there's a bit of white space, so I just deleted that date of completion. And then it gave me it suggested date of completion again. Yeah, I think there's a white space somewhere. So I just deleted the column, then actually checked, just picked. Yeah, let's check now. Mine is still giving me a blank here. Do I need to get rid of this and then to select again?
Mine is also still blank.
So guys, okay. The cumulative budget. Okay, I was trying to address the cumulative budget. I think someone explained why it's blank. If you could catch it.
Yeah, actually, we just went back to where we started. So let's continue. I think this figure, I'll have a look at it maybe and then share in the group if I come up with the best possible explanation to why we're having the same issue. Yes.
Hapana, Abdi.
Yeah.
Mine is still giving an error.
An error. That
date of completion, it's not giving anything. There's no result. There's no such a column in project progress.
Check whether you have column 3 as actually. I mean, line 3 if you have budgetary improvement costs, and line 5 you have project progress as and then column to be the date of completion.
Yeah, up to there it's okay. But where project progress date of line 6.
Line 6.
Yes. The date of completion, there is an error. And the line 7 too.
We named the columns differently. So what you can do, you can delete that date of completion and use the autocomplete suggestion that will be given by the Power BI.
Sorry.
I think how I named my line 7. See, the problem is line 6 and 7.
Yes.
I think how I named my date of completion is different to how you've named it. So you'll go to line 7, project progress, date of completion, remove that date of completion. So Power BI will auto-suggest which column do you actually want to use.
There's number of completed projects and PCT project complete. Which is which?
So you should see. Abdi.
Yes.
Can you go to line 6?
Yes, 6, I'm here. Line 6, yeah.
Yeah. So remove that date of completion.
It automatically pick.
Yeah, it should give you this.
I don't have it. How did you get it?
You see, this actually this code has been actually maybe you copy that. Have you copied the same for this code?
Yes, I have.
Is it the same? Because you see,
but there is an error.
Okay.
I'm also not seeing that date of completion on mine.
Okay, thank you.
There's something wrong. Or let me it's there. Remove the brackets.
The brackets.
Yeah, those what is the name of those brackets?
Square brackets.
Yeah, those square brackets, and then you'll find the date of completion.
Oh yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, great.
So we go on.
Yeah.
Okay. This format is not quite correct, so we have to change some of the settings. First, you will notice that the goal is 98.70K and we spent 131.91K. So we have spent more than we budgeted for. But the KPI is interpreting this as a good thing with a correct tick mark, kama ni blue. To change this, change the trend axis to low is good. Next, change the target label to budget.
Yeah, I think you've skipped this section. Have we read that section?
To set it up?
Yeah, I don't think we've done that. We did.
Yes, that is the visual we have.
Yes.
No, we've not done that one for KPI.
We have not done for the KPI. We did for, I think we were just checking as a slider. So let's do it as a KPI.
Okay, so to set it up, create a KPI visual. Drag the cumulative cost into the value well and the cumulative budget into the target well and the project process, date of completion into the trend axis well. Once these are set up, you should see a visual like this.
All right, a KPI.
Drag the cumulative cost into the value well.
Cumulative cost.
Into the value well.
Yes, it does. For the
And
trend,
then the cumulative budget into the target well. And then the project progress date of completion into the trend axis well.
okay, project progress, completion date, right?
Yeah.
Completion to trend. Okay, right. All right.
And hapo weke none.
Wapi?
In the formatting, whatever you put it as none, where it is auto, so that you can get 31,915.
Yes.
Remove the decimals. Hapo value decimal places 0.
Right.
You see now that it is blue, that's why hapa chini wanasema this format is not quite correct, so we have to change some of the settings. First, you notice that the goal is 98.70k. Yes, I cannot see it on my part. And we spent 131.91k. So we have spent more than we budgeted for. But the KPI is interpreting this as a good thing with a correct tick mark after the 131,915. So to change this, change the trend axis to low is good. Next, change the target label to budget.
All right. So what are we supposed to do?
Change the trend axis.
Trend axis to what?
That one I don't really understand. To low is good.
Yes, yeah. Low is good. So I mean, that's why I don't know. Probably I think high is good. We have low is good here.
Oh yeah.
All right. Are we okay up to there?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Let's get rid of this. Continue.
Change the target label to budget.
Target label to budget. Where do we have budget?
You go to the settings, start copying brush.
Here.
I think, yeah, target label.
Target label, yeah, sorry.
There.
We're supposed to change to what?
Change the target label to budget.
Here, label, budget, huh? Correct?
Are you sure that's what you're supposed to change?
Yes, because here instead of goal, it changed to budget. It's supposed to have below here to the budget. So I think if you look at that, here it's budget 128,000 minus 2.7. Yeah, I think that's what we're supposed to change.
Okay. I continue.
Yeah.
Now this visual communicates a bunch of things. Trend of the overall cost over time, how much money we have spent, how much we wanted to spend, and with colors and icons clearly show whether we have overspent the budget deficit or we've spent less budget surplus. Add metrics like people helped, number of sources still improve, and use the aggregated improvements column from last time to break down the costs by improvement type.
Okay, so let's add this to this. Let's add this matrix. So the first metric is people helped. Population now basic. So we rename this, right? That means right? So what I think is like we are renaming that instead of having the population now basic access, we have people helped, and then number of sources still to still improve, which is now the total improvements minus the total completed project. We have those two measures to get this this metric, and then use the aggregated improvements column from the last time to break down costs by improvements type. Anyone who has an idea what you're talking about here?
I think we should create a card visual.
Okay.
And then the input here, it is the population, now basic access, the one that we made under the water source.
Yeah, population, this one, right? Population now basic access, this card.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it gives you the 11.
Yes, 11K. It gives us
11K.
Yeah,
that is.
but now, yeah, this one's, that's what I was saying, like it should be renamed to people helped, because this is the population that now the basics, that the people or the population that have actually access to this basic sources. So I think we should actually rename this. What do you think? To people
Yeah.
helped?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Okay.
Isn't there a way we can rename on the formatting part rather than renaming the vision?
On the format here. Okay. Oops.
We go to the visualization.
Okay.
No, on the format visual, then yeah.
Okay.
Then rename for this. Right click. Okay.
Yeah. For this visual. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, instead of renaming the whole measure, I think renaming from this field is for this specific visual is the right way.
Then you should still edit it so that it's 11K instead of 10,760.
Yeah, right. Okay. So next, number of sources still improve, which is the total improvement minus total number of total completed projects. So yeah, we have these measures, I think so. So this measure should be under project progress. Right?
Total improvements minus number of completed projects.
Okay, yeah. I think. Okay, so what's the name of this measure? Someone to give me, please.
Number of sources to still improve.
But I think we had already calculated it. Sorry to interrupt. That was more sources to go measure.
Is it the case? More sources to go. Yeah, more sources to go. Let me check that measure. I don't remember what we had now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the one that is blank.
Yeah, that's actually.
I think currently you have to address that measure there. You have that measure.
Yeah, I just want to have a look at this more sources to go before we actually finish. Okay, so they're saying number of sources still to improve, which is the total improvement less minus the total number of completed projects. Yeah, I mean, this will also give us also, if we make sense of this statement, it will give us the same value as what we the values. Do we confirm? Should we confirm if it will give us the same value? Yeah, I think that would be good. This is a funny story today. Whoops. All right.
Of sources still to improve. Total improvements minus number of completed projects. Number of completed projects.
Yeah, number of completed projects. All right, let's see how this looks like. Yep. No, I've checked the more sources to go instead of the one I've just created right now. Yep, I think it's the same. Yeah, it's still the same.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, now we use the aggregated improvements column from last time to break down the costs by improvement type. Okay, well, how are we supposed to do this? Judging from the dashboard up on page 24,
Yeah.
I think we should create like a visual for the aggregated improvements and another one for costs.
Yeah.
Can you send that code for that?
Okay.
Or you said is the same as which one?
The sources to go, but I think we should have this one instead of. I'm not so sure. Yeah, number of sources still to improve and sources to go is the same. So I'm not so sure which one we should be having here. Which I think we should be having more sources to go as this card. Yeah, but for the improved, we have the cumulative costs. Where is the other cost we actually had? And see, it's here, cumulative and cumulative cost and cumulative budget by date of completion. We had another budget, right? It was the cumulative budget. I don't see it here. Cumulative budget. I'm not sure if we're supposed to have it here, isn't it? Okay.
The cumulative budget and cumulative cost, we used it in the KPI.
The KPI.
5 billion, the KPI.
Okay. This to go is giving us blank. Or there's something I'm not getting.
Which one?
More sources to go.
Yeah, more sources to go is still like we have the blank.
Okay, so which one are you using to get this 25? I think you've created another measure.
Yes, we've created another measure. As they said, number of sources still to improve. It's the same as this one, but the measure is actually named differently. And we got the measure by actually subtracting the total improvement.
Or the easiest way, you can just use quick measure.
Okay.
And then when it gives you the DAX, you just change up there the title you want it to be.
For the more sources to go.
For what we've just done.
Yeah.
Yeah. What we've just calculated. The number of sources to still improve. You can also use a quick measure if you want to do it faster and not think about how to rate the DAX.
Okay. Yes, I was looking for this number. Yeah, number of sources. Yeah, all right. Okay, so we're supposed to create another visual. This is actually using now the aggregated improvements column from last time to break down costs by improvement. So that one is like I think we create a visual such as maybe this is a bar chart. Let's see how that visual looks like. Okay, what would be the visual? We have aggregated improvements. And the cost, right? Do we have the same thing they are having, or is it a different thing?
Same thing.
All right. right. Let's continue.
But yeah, I mean,
Okay.
I think what is remaining is adding the data values in our visual.
This one?
Yeah.
Which one? For this one?
Yeah.
Okay. What are we supposed to add?
Format.
Format? Yeah.
There is scroll down on the format pane. Scroll down. Data labels.
Data labels. Okay.
Yeah. It's okay.
It's showing 0.00 million. I don't know.
You can confirm with the slide.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's okay. All right, thank you. So, yeah, by improvement type, that's fine. Here we are okay. And then update your dashboards to have all the visuals and slices I made. Make sure to format all values. Titles, labels that are displayed unlike mine. So we don't have, yeah.
The pie chart for
Can you please redo what we just did here on the second? Yeah, there.
This one.
Yeah, and say what you just.
Yeah, we only checked for we didn't do much. We checked for the visuals and we clicked on. We made the data labels as we made it on. It was off. Is there anything that had changed after we made the data labels on?
Just that our visual now has the data labels. You can switch it off. You can switch it off so you can see the.
Yes.
So you can notice the.
Yeah, data labels. Thank you.
What did you just put in the X and Y axis?
Yes. Let me just.
Just show us where you just did. Don't do the work again.
I'm not doing the work again. What I'm trying to do is I just want to click on here so that you see it in the y-axis. We used aggregated improvements, and then on the y-axis we used cumulative cost. On the x-axis, we used cumulative cost. Is that okay?
Yeah, it's good.
All right, great. Yeah, I think we are supposed to do supposed to have a costs. That is basically the cumulative cost. We're supposed to have, I think, the cumulative costs in form of pie chart. Is that the case?
Yeah.
Right.
It should be a bar chart.
Bar chart or a pie?
Pie chart.
pie.
Pie. Thank you.
Yeah.
Nope. What are we supposed to have here in the pie chart?
It should be right.
Costs.
Cumulative cost.
Cost.
Cost, yeah. Sorry. Cost. Still showing the same.
I think you should add a legend.
Yeah. Value is sum of cost. What should be the legend?
Should be the type of improvement that we are actually doing.
Sorry. I'm not so sure if I can hear you well. Can someone hear what he's saying? Hello.
No. He's not audible.
Okay.
Is it
So we are
improvement type?
breaking down improvement type. We are breaking down the cost by improvement type.
By improvement type.
Yeah.
Do you have improvement type? Improvement, yeah?
Use the province name for the legend.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have that?
You are using what are you using for the legend? You've left the improvement.
No, we have both of them.
Or we use both of them?
Yes.
Oh, okay. But still, if you remove improvement, I think it will just give you the same thing. You just remain with the province.
Yeah. I'm trying to get rid of the provinces, so it's not working.
Remove improvement, you remain with province. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Actually, okay. With from the dashboard, they don't have the province name as part of the legend. So yeah, I was trying to find a way that we can maybe.
You can remove it on the build vision, then the second part, there is a place that usually you can turn off the legend. It's on, so you just turn it off under legend. Here.
Okay.
On the vision, then legend. No, the next part, where you are.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah,
Can you see legend?
Yeah.
Just turn it off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Great. Thank you. Okay. Continue. We can continue. Do we have this? We don't have this, right? I'm not so sure if we are supposed to have it at this point or we will be told to have it later. The province name.
It's just a slicer. You can add it.
Okay. So we have a slicer, then we add the province names. Or is it towns? It's the province, right?
Yeah, the provinces.
Yeah, but we have them in form of boxes.
Go to the slicer settings in the visual.
Okay.
Select tile.
All right, thank you. Yeah. All right, we continue.
Let's recap. If we have achieved the user stories we started with. How far is the project? We've achieved that.
Yes, how far is the project? That's the project progress, isn't it?
Yes. How much money has been spent so far?
That is the cumulative budget and the cumulative costs that we have created.
Where was the money spent?
Improvements, people helped. We have that.
What was the money spent on?
Do we have that?
Yeah, the column in chart.
Yeah, sorry?
Visual. The column check visual.
The aggregated improvements one.
Yes. This is where, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
Will we have enough money to complete the project?
Yes, I think that one we can check from the cumulative, this one, right? Based on this, yeah, we have this too. I think we can check it from here. We have enough money or not.
Where can we cut costs? We don't have that.
We don't have that. I think we don't.
At number 7, I want to see data at the national, provincial, and town level. Yeah.
We have that.
Yes, in the map.
Yeah, the map, yeah? Okay.
It's okay that we could not finish 6. We don't know where we can cut costs before the project starts. So let's wait for some data to come in. And we can try to help decision makers with this once we know more. Then take a few minutes to clean up all of the titles, texts, tooltips. Make sure your spacing is correct. Remove your rulers and get ready to launch this dashboard to the public.
I think I saved the changes. Yeah.
All right. Okay, let's see. Well, let's proceed, if possible. Yeah, meaning with two more slides to go, I think.
Those are not for next year.
Yep, it seems so. Yeah, I think this part is not that something. It's just, I think, we should, but yeah, we can begin from here tomorrow if everyone is okay. I'm not so sure if we hit our target. But yeah, we're at 26. Yes, the person who was taking, who was writing on the doc, is there any person who was actually doing